Hello guys, welcome back to another video with RG Martial Arts. If you're new to this channel, kindly make sure to smash that subscribe button, turn on notifications so you can be notified weekly whenever I post a video. In today's video, I'm going to be taking you way back to the basics, or if you are a beginner to martial arts, any of the martial arts, kickboxing, karate, any striking art, then this is the video for you because I'm going to be talking about very basics of punches, okay? So just the one, the two, right? So the jab and the cross, we're going to be talking about how your body should be moving and kind of breaking down common mistakes and things and easy ways to fix them. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Let's get straight into it. Alright, so before I even start, one of the first things I'd like to mention is how and from where should you be throwing your punches. One of the common things is that people will buy one of these bags and just start smashing away on them. That is the last thing you want. The first thing you want before you buy any equipment, any pads, anything, is to be practicing your form in the air. This is known as shadow boxing, alright? So it may look weird to some people how some boxers are always shadow boxing and kind of going around. But this is their way of, or our way of maintaining the form, getting the correct form in our muscle memory and working on different combinations so they are set in those motor or neurological pathways so they come like this when you're in fight or in a stressful situation. So you don't have to think about it, it just comes. Right, so the first thing is we're gonna look at the jab, okay? So with the jab, the most important thing is that you are reaching out, and as you reach out, your other hand always stays by your side. This is your guard, okay? And your elbows are tucked in. So you're gonna have a fight stance, throw the jab. As you extend the jab, you want to rotate it out a bit, and notice my hips are moving slightly, okay? So from the side, watch, my hips move, okay? My hips move, and my back leg is going to pivot a little bit. But mainly, I'm just focusing to show you the upper body right now. Jab, just like that. Jab, jab. Another common mistake here is that people will either be leaning in too much or kind of throwing a jab like this. You want to be right in the middle, bang, just like that. Jab, jab. So the jab is something that will keep your opponent at a distance, okay? So you don't want to be throwing it from too close unless it's one of those knockout jabs. That's something else. That's when you have less extension. But for a normal punch where you want to keep your opponent at reach, you want to make sure your punch is extending fully. Common mistake is that people don't extend it. And this is again where the bad, faulty bag work comes in, and that you're just hitting away like this without stretching your arm. You want to be at a distance, okay? And if we're going to use the bag, then so in the beginning, it doesn't even have to be strong. It's just about speed, okay? But then eventually, you can start ramping it up and it will look something like this. Another thing here with more power added is that I'm going to be stepping in with my foot, so that way I'm creating more leverage and that my hips are rotating in with the punch, okay? Another basic thing with any punch is that you want to be using your front two knuckles, okay? Even if you have gloves on, you don't want to be using the side, the last two knuckles, or any other part. Like often I see people throwing with the front. That is not on, okay? Sorry about that, but it's not on because you're just going to be using your front two knuckles, okay? If you don't, this can lead to bad form. You can be hurting your wrists, and also you're not maximizing the power that you're getting in through that movement and using the strongest part of your wrists and your knuckles, all right? So moving on to the two, the cross. With the cross, it's a similar aspect, but this time we have much more movement coming from the hips and your back leg. So your back leg is going to be rotating inwards. You can't see it unfortunately on this camera angle, but you're going to be rotating it, okay? So your foot is like this, it's going to be going like this and bringing it in. So once again, this is your power hand, depending on whether you are southpaw or orthodox. But for an orthodox stance, this backhand is your power hand. This is what can stretch all the way out and really bring that power in. If you are southpaw, your right foot is forward, this is going to be your left hand coming in with the power, okay? And if you're a multi-stance like me, you can be switching this from whatever hand. But the basic form is slightly different from the jab because you're not just setting up the lead hand. This is your backhand coming with all the power and force. So you want to maximize your body weight behind the punch, all right? So once again, you're going to be in a fight stance. Your lead hand is going to stay on the guard, okay? As you rotate your hips and simultaneously with your back leg. You're going to pivot and boom, there we go. Again, rotating your knuckles inwards using the front two knuckles, okay? From the side, just like that, that. So you can spend hours practicing this basic form and then speed it up eventually, bang. And then once you are at a stage where you feel confident, you can bring in the bag. Start with some gloves so you can support your wrist. And so once again, notice I'm not going full power. I can go full power on this, but I choose not to, because in the beginning, you want to focus just on form, because otherwise what people tend to do is they forget about their feet. A common mistake is lifting your back foot as you come in for the punch. That's bad form. And so you want to avoid this. And the first way to do that is by not unloading completely on the bag like this. And some people may argue, you see professionals do that. Yeah, but that is because they have the correct form and they're using it and they can utilize the power because they've already trained it over and over and over, all right? So that is some of the basic tips for your jab and your cross. There's a lot more that we can focus on and will focus on in the next videos, but just those basic takeaways of how your hips are moving, you're extending your punches fully, you're always keeping your other hand, whether it's the lead or the backhand, on your guard so you're defending, and then with the backhand you're rotating your legs and your hips simultaneously, making sure you practice in shadow boxing and in the air first rather than first on the bag, and then eventually move on, step it up, and increase speed and power. Right, thank you very much for watching. Let me know if there's anything you'd like to know in the comments below. Make sure to leave a like for this video if you enjoyed it. Share it with your friends, family, or anyone you think may enjoy watching this or need it. And kindly, once again, if you haven't already, smash that subscribe button so you can be notified weekly whenever we post a video. Thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you on my next video.